YouTube land. You know, we have a lot of people that come and visit our site via the YouTube. Did you know that? And you can visit it too, by the way. I don't know it by heart, but I'll tell you the site if you want to know. It's probably in our newsletter as well. How many are getting the newsletter? Okay, cool. And if you're not getting it, hi Margie. If you're not getting it, let me know and I'll get your email and I will send it to you. I had some printed out, but they are no longer here because everybody borrowed them. So our mission statement is we are a loving spiritual community that honors your presence, nurtures your joyful self-expression, and empowers your spiritual growth. And that is the truth. And so we know that here we are, knowing that our raised consciousness raises the consciousness of the entire world. So let's share our affirmation today, which is on the left side of your page. God is the only power and the only presence there is. God is right where I am. I live and move and have my being in God. God's being moves through me and manifests itself in what I am doing. The good that I desire, I already possess. That which I ask for, I now receive. That which I want and need, I now have. And so it is. And now we're going to have our congregational song, Love is My Decision.
Okay. Okay. You're up, Cecilia.
Da, 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 da.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give up my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now. And now for some announcements here. Okay, so we've got some events going on, and those who like the sound bath, we were here yesterday, and they are going to be having another sound bath for us on October 11th, and that is Dennis and Pinoco. And they do it here in the sanctuary from 1 to 2 p.m. Let's see, what else have we got? The Essential Earnest, the class that Reverend Mary is teaching, you can still join if you would like to. It runs Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8:30. You can either do it here or on Zoom. And here is a little description. I think there is a flyer in Chaffee Hall about this particular class. So if you'd like to join and you missed the first class, you still can join. Let's see, Wednesday nights, let's see, that's Wednesday. Tuesday, I'm still doing the Science of Mind magazine discussion group, and that runs from 6:30 to 7:30 on Tuesdays, and it'll just run on Tuesdays until the end of October. Once Mary's class is done, then we'll go back again to Wednesday nights. We are looking for a volunteer for the foodstuffs that we collect, and it probably would not be more than once a month. Thank you, Naomi. And it's just to have somebody take those foodstuffs up to, I believe it's the Methodist Church,
Yes, yes.
that do the collections and have a food pantry there that they hand out. So if there's anybody who would be interested in doing that. I don't mind doing it. Oh, okay, great. Carolyn, thank you. Beautiful. And let's see, what else? And Michelle Gillette has her gentle stretch and relaxation chair movement classes. Those classes are on Fridays here in Chafee Hall from 10 to 11. And it is wonderful. It's lots of fun. She plays some good music, and it's a great energizing class. Let's see, what else? Thursday, September 18th, Annalise will have a Reiki sound bath and a meal that will be held in the conference room. And I think she also has a flyer there and her pricing there for that. And just as a reminder, every Sunday from 9 to 9:25, we've got our Science of Mind textbook reading that we do here and have a little discussion about. And also after that is our meditation, about 15 minutes worth of meditation there. And I think I have covered most everything. And if there is something that I have forgotten, let me know. And we'll pass it on. All right. So
The food for the day. The food for the day, Naomi.
Naomi. I almost forgot, and she just handed this to me. Okay, so our chef of the day is Naomi, and we always know there's something wonderful going on. We've got an Italian green salad, chicken marsala, brown rice, green bean with almonds, and a fresh apple cake. We know she's a great cook, so make sure you thank her. And thank you to everybody who helped with the cleanup and the setup for our lunches.
Yes.
It is a wonderful thing. So now we'll have our little meditative music. We'll sing "And So It Is," and then we'll go into our invocation. So Cecilia? And so it is. Please join me in singing "And So It Is." God is all there is. I am one with the Spirit. I realize the truth, and I speak it. I am thankful for it all. I release it, I let it go, and so it is, and so it is. I know it is, and I receive as I believe. Amen. 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 All right, so in this quiet moment, we will have our affirmative prayer. So let's just take a nice breath and tune into our bodies. And as we exhale, we can release any tension, anything we brought in here to this sanctuary. And as we breathe in, we are breathing in the fresh air, the breath of God. And as we breathe out, we let anything go that is not like the freshness, the beauty, the wisdom that is spirit within. As God is all there is in, through everything, all that is known, all that is yet to be known, and we are those individualized expressions of spirit here on our earth school. And we know we came here because we had much to learn, much to experience, and it all has been leading to our good. We open our hearts and our minds to the gifts that Spirit has brought us in one fashion or another, for Spirit holds all the forms within itself because we are one with God. All is God. One. So gifts we have been given, gifts of love, gifts of peace, gifts of beauty and wisdom. They show up in our lives in so many different ways, and for this, we are truly grateful. And as we keep our hearts and our minds open, we can welcome more prosperity, more abundance of all the good things that mean so much to us in this life. Relationships, how wonderful they are. Magnificent health, it is our greatest strength. And when we listen, Spirit guides us, Spirit protects us, Spirit gives us that next step, gives us better understanding of our world. So we listen. And so in this moment, with a heart overflowing with love and with gratitude, we will just release these words into that divine law of mind, knowing Spirit is right there, right with us all along our journey and our path, guiding and protecting and bringing us to our highest and greatest good. So now we know that it is complete and done. Let us all affirm, and so it is. Okay, so a little reading from our Ernest Holmes here. And this says, this is on page 300 in about the middle of paragraph 3, and it says, we should come to consider the law and the spirit as friends and think of them as such. In this way, we shall gradually go from good to more good and from peace to greater peace. This is the natural unfoldment of reality through man. We should expect the best and so live that the best may become a part of our experience. So yes, we look for the best. We look for that silver lining. And in looking for it, it means that we're expecting it. We know God has given us so much good already in our lives, and we can expect more. That is how the loving, living Spirit gives to us in our lives, and that's how we experience Spirit as well. And so it is.
So it is. Okay. With a title like Look for the Silver Lining, I couldn't possibly not sing this song today. And I must say, I sprung it on Cecilia, who we have to know that she's seeing with her perfect glasses right now. And here we go. Look for the silver lining whene'er a cloud appears in the sky. Remember somewhere the sun is shining, and so the right thing to do is make it shine for you. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining and try to find the sunny side of life. We're going to do it again. And now if you want to sing along, look for the silver lining whene'er a cloud appears in the sky. Remember somewhere the sun is shining, and so the right thing to do is make it shine for you. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining and try to find the sunny side of life, and try to find the sunny side of life. Yay. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. We got to sing those songs, especially in light of all the stuff that's going on in the news. Do you agree? A lot of stuff going on these days. So look for the silver lining. I thought I'd share a little bit that the lyrics, I never knew who wrote it. And it's written by Jerome Kern and Buddy DeSilva. And by the way, Buddy DeSilva is the guy that went on to create Capitol Records. So not such a slouch, is he? But at any rate, I don't know if they knew that they were writing a metaphysical song, but they certainly wrote one, didn't they? Now let's think about the words for a second. Look for the silver lining whene'er a cloud appears in the blue. Remember somewhere the sun is shining, and so the right thing to do is make it shine for you. Wow, that's the formula to creating our divine experience. We never knew, and I don't even remember when the song was written, but it was written a long, it's probably on my sheet music, but it was written a long, pardon me? Thank you, madam. 1990. I mean, think about that. Think about that. Divine science was in full form, by the way, in 1919, and Holmes was just getting rolling. He started going by 1926, but still. So a heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining. I don't know about you, but I don't always look for the silver lining in something when I'm seeing it and it looks so not so hotsy-totsy, right? So we woke up this morning with this marine layer blanketing us, and it was chilly this morning. I was up at 5, so it was darn chilly. It was dark and it was chilly. And I thought, wow, this is really amazing. So did you ever fly on an airplane on a cloudy day and you take off, the plane takes off on a cloudy day, and then all of a sudden when it gets to its cruising altitude at like 38,000 feet, it's blue sky and sunny. That's another metaphor for us. You know, sometimes when we're in the clouds here, the real instruction is to take it up, go up a notch, go up into that higher stratosphere where you can actually see the sun happening. You know, there's that beautiful saying in the Bible, and it says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things else will come to you." It doesn't, the kingdom of heaven is not a place as much as it's a spot in your heart. It's that depth in your heart that says, focus in on the goodness of life. And the moment that we shift from the goodness of life, things change because our vibration changes. Now everybody goes, I don't know about this vibration stuff. What is this? You know, I am what I am. You know, it's the energy I put out. I'll tell you, I had a little experience this week. I went with some friends and we went to the filming of The Price is Right. Has anybody ever gone to a game show before? I had never gone. Oh, you have. Did you ever go to The Price is Right? Oh, well, let me tell you, they win a lot of prizes there, guys. But what was really quite amazing is that, you know, it's they're the producer is going, you know, you got to be upbeat, you got to be happy, you got to be clapping, you got to be woohoo and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, God forbid you go there in a cranky mood because it's not going to fly on TV at all. But you know what was really amazing? The room had about 100 people of it. And I was with two other minister friends. And we think we're sure we didn't get picked because we said we were ministers. I said, next time we're going to be shopkeepers or something. We're not going to be ministers because we weren't sure what happened. But the deal that was so amazing to the three of us was that the energy was so high. Everybody was so friendly. I met this gal, her name was Mo, and she does inner city collections of food. So I got her email and all her stuff. They will even come to our church and pick stuff up. But they provide for huge communities, so it's like more volumes of food than we've been providing lately. So I said, well, I'll call you when I get a big stash, but right now we don't have that much, but I will contact you. And her whole group was there. Everybody was so upbeat and so positive. You could not help but have a blast because it was so, and you were so happy for everybody that won because you're like, oh, I talked to her at the break. She's a guitar player and da da da. Oh, I talked to him. He does this. And it was so much fun. And, you know, some of the people that we chatted with, they got picked and some of them won, some of them didn't, but it was so much fun. But the deal was, is that the energy was palpable. And you've been in a room where the energy is palpable. Sometimes the energy is palpable here even. You know, we get inspired and then we take it with us through the whole day. And then people want to hang with us, or you want to gravitate towards those people and you want to stay away from the people that are a little bit downers, you know. So if you have the appearance of a negative situation right now, you get two options. The first one is you can focus on it and you can declare it and you can say, it's what it is. And it's like, you know what? Society will tell you, you know what? Stay in focused on the facts. This is the reality. This is what it is. And you can look at me and go, hey, you know what? The truth is my back's killing me. Truth is my bank account says zero. The truth is this. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Your next option is what? You shift that thinking. You don't sit there and look at what is, you and let your condition tell you how your life's going to be. You shift it and say, you know what? What is it that I really desire? Where am I going to put my energy? Where am I going to put my focus? Where am I going to put my thoughts? And what am I going to create? What's my languaging saying? You know, every time we do it, we're producing a seed. And you know how it is with seeds. If you start digging up the seed to see if anything's happening, what happens? You're going to either interrupt the growth or you're going to cancel it completely. So it's like plant the seed, let it be, and give it energy. Support that energy rather than the stuff that's here. We're not playing pretend though. We're not saying stuff isn't happening, but we're saying, right in this moment, what's happening in my life, how did it get created? By the consciousness I've been absorbed by. So when we look at our consciousness, it's just a reminder to us, where have your thoughts been? And you get to go, oh, I don't like where that's gone. I'm going to shift those thinkings. And you spend more time focused on the desire, the goodness, the love, the compassion, the success, whatever it is, you focus on that. I'll tell you, the one girl that got up there, young girl, and we're going to be aired on December 11th, so I can't wait to watch us. But at any rate, they were so positive that they were going to win. I looked at my friends, I said, they are definitely going to pick that gal. They're going to pick that gal, and we were right. They only picked 6 people in a show. We were right on 4 of the people that they picked. The other ones we didn't meet or didn't see, but we were right on the other 4. I said, I knew it. And how did we know it? Because their energy was so high. They were so excited and they were so fun. They were a lot of fun to be with. So when we come from the energy of knowing that our prayer is answered, not that it's going to be, you hear the moment that you say going to be, what happens? You've just pushed it out there, right? So you say it is. When we speak about the I am, it is the I am of the power of spirit. It's right now. It's not coming. It's here. It's here. When you come from the dream, there's a place of fulfillment and success. There's an energy that's created. For instance, when you're around a negative person, anybody ever be around a negative person? You know those people, they're those energy vampires, and you kind of walk away and you kind of feel exhausted or wilted or even downright cranky sometimes after you've been with them. You know when you've been with them because you've been absorbed into their energy and you've absorbed their energy, right? You don't want that. You do not want that. You can fluff their aura. That's my expression. You just you just say, oh no, I am keeping positive. You know, if you do this, you literally do fluff your aura, by the way. There's a little trick. Positive energy creates a field of vibration frequency that permeates everything. So let's look at some more lines of the song. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. True? Of course. But you know what? Did you say that to yourself when you were real mad about your team losing or whatever, or watching the news or whatever it is? Did you say that to yourself? A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. Absolutely. I think you'd agree with that statement. Now, this teaching doesn't ask us to pretend there's no trouble. When, I don't know if any of you knew Dr. Tom Costa, but he was out at Palm Desert. Brilliant, brilliant man. And he wrote a book with this title. And he said, when you're going through hell, keep going. When you're going through hell, keep going. But half the time we want to sit down. Well, would you like a sandwich? Sit down with me. I want to talk and commiserate about all the junk that's going on in my life. Because boy, can we expound on that, can't we? When someone goes, how are you doing? Look out. When you're talking to a negative person, you got to get an earful of, oh, this happened and that happened and this is awful. Now, it doesn't mean we don't talk about this stuff. We can express it and say, jeepers, I'm stuck in this spot. I don't know what to do, da 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 da. And then guess what? You, as your prayer partner, whatever, you go into your meditative stuff. You go within and say, you know what? There's an answer to this. There's a solution. I know I always ask my angels. I was looking for something on the computer last night, couldn't find it to save my soul. I looked for at least a half hour. I said, oh my gosh, I forgot about the resources that are right at hand. I'm like, all right, angels, I need your help. I don't even know the title of this thing I'm looking for, but I'm going to type it in. I'm going to type in a word. I typed in a word and I went, oh, there it is. Well, I had just spent a half hour looking for it. We forget to avail ourselves to the power, the energy that's with us when we get into the mindset of saying, I am allowing the solution to show up. But sometimes we like to marinate in our misery. I don't know about you, but you go, oh man, you have no idea. It's like, yeah, I do. And guess what? Don't want to go there. Don't want to be there. Don't want to live there. I want to live in a spot that's filled with love and compassion and forgiveness and joy. And that's where I'm going to focus myself. As soon as you and I can shift our thinking into something joyous, we give room for the universal intelligence to come in. But if we're clenching our fists and saying, no, this is the way it is, guess what? No entry. It can't come in. There's no room. There's no room. We have to be open. We have to be receptive. We have to be opening all the time. I'm going to share a secret with you, a little trick I learned from Dr. Frank Richelieu. We were in one of our workshops one time. So any of you have any issues that you're dealing with, or is everything going hunky-dory for all of you? I took a picture the other day. I was looking at my old pictures when I took a trip to Ireland. And I took a picture of this truck and it said hunky-dory. I had no idea that, well, whatever it was, I don't know what the business was, but I thought that was very cute. So, okay, so I want you to think about your issue. Now try this today. Write it down on a piece of paper. Don't write a big essay, but just write one or two things, words about what it is. Write it down on a piece of paper. Leave it on your kitchen sink. And everywhere you go during the day, as your mind starts to go back to it, you go, oh, no, I can't do that. I left it at home. I left it at home. And there you've created a little space, a little distancing between you and the issue. It sounds kooky, but when you write it down, you've already detached from it. You've already detached from it a bit. Doesn't mean you can't pick it up again when you get home and go to your kitchen sink and pick it up, but still you've detached from it. And the importance is creating the distance between where your mind will start spinning and let the newness come in. Let's see here. Oh, wait, I skipped. There's a book by Bill Hornaday and Harlan Ware, and it's called The Aladdin's Lamp. And in it, they tell a story that Ernest Holmes had told them in a class. And the story is about a man that was on a freighter that was up by the Golden Gate Bridge, and he fell off the freighter and went into the water. And he was having a really hard time. He was dog paddling, and that water's freezing up there, and he was having a really hard time. So he looks up at the heavens and he goes, God, if you help me, I'll quit smoking. Okay. But the problem was it wasn't such a big promise because he was already planning on quitting smoking. So he's like, all right, already, all right. I'll quit drinking too. I'll even quit drinking beer. Keeps dog paddling. He's like, God, and we do that, don't we? We bargain sometimes with God. I'll do this if no. So he's bargaining and he's saying, oh, okay, I'll quit drinking. He goes, all right, all right. I'll get married. I'll settle down. I'll be with a Christian woman and I'll have babies and I'll raise them Christian. Okay. And they'll go to church. All right. I'll go to church with them. All right. Just help me out. Just help me out. And he's paddling, 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 paddling. All of a sudden he looks ahead and he sees a redwood log floating in the water. And he goes and swims over to it, gets on it, and he realizes he's saved. He goes, forget it, God. I found my own solution. Now think about that. Sometimes there are coincidences and we don't pay attention. Sometimes they're happening. It's about being mindful of paying attention to what you're paying attention to. Pay attention to what you've put out there, what you've said. As soon as we can shift our thinking and knowing there is a solution, there is help at hand, I am a continual success, and God is always on my side, always encouraging me to my best and highest. A friend of mine in Redondo, lovely, lovely woman, she's taken literally probably about 40 classes and never became a practitioner. She just liked taking all the classes. She was saying she had a real severe neck thing, a big spasm, neck stuff, and she was just going nuts. She had been going to a chiropractor. She went to acupuncturist. They were doing all this stuff. They gave her these pain meds to muscle relaxants and all this stuff. Nothing was working, and she was just really having a hard time. And she said, so she's driving home from class one day and she looks ahead at the license plate in front of her and it says ice pack. She's like, oh, that's a sign from God. And she went home. I have God bumps when I say this. And she went home and put an ice pack on. Everybody else was recommending heat. She put an ice pack on, boom, healed it completely. Now, did the ice pack heal it? Did her consciousness heal it? Doesn't matter. But the thing is she was open and receptive to the message. See, when we send our net out there to say, help me out on this one, I don't know what to do, pay attention because all the forces in the universe are here to support us, and just pay attention to what it is that they're saying. Let's see here. Oh, I skipped my pages. That's what it is. This was the example I thought of. When you think about a weather vane and you know how it blows if the wind's blowing north or south, whatever, the weather vane is just the indicator of what direction the wind is going. It's not making the wind blow north. So when we're faced with conditions in our life, that's not the end all be all. It's just an indicator to tell us this is what's going on in your consciousness. If you don't like what it is, maybe this is the time to shift it. Maybe this is the time to think about, hey, where do I need to change my own thinking? Where do I need to love more? Or be more compassionate, or be more forgiving, or whatever it is, or pay more attention, or love myself more. By the way, did you wake up this morning and hug yourself? I don't see a big yes out there. Okay, time to do it now. All right, 1, 2, 3. I love myself. Let's say it together. I love myself. Oh, that was not real convincing. I love myself. Okay, about 5 of us agree. I know. Okay, so at any rate, Ernest Holmes said, in our self-created desperation, we're too terrified and too self-absorbed to behold the ever-available powers of God and avenues of escape. There is a power that is always available to us. We can create it, we can dial into it, we can align with it or not, and it's up to us. The kingdom of heaven is truly here now. Now, many of us we can argue about our limitations. Did you ever hear that saying? I had a boss that used to say this like every other day. No good deed goes unpunished. That is the most awful statement I have ever heard in my life. I'm like, and every time he said it, I'd be like, cancel, 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 cancel. And you know what? He kept getting slapped down and all this kind of stuff. Why do you think that happened? Because he kept affirming no good deed goes unpunished. Okay, so it is. There you go. Because after everything you say to yourself, the universe says, and so it is. And what that means is you're going to bring about that energy. I was going to use one more example. I don't know. I like horse racing. And so I was looking at some notes about a Kentucky Derby that I watched like years ago. And this is really true. The favorite horse was called Essential Quality. Okay. The runner up was called Highly Motivated. Okay. The next one was Known Agenda. I'm like, universe, I kind of getting a message here. And the big long shot was Keep Me in Mind. And that's a true story. Those 4 horses ran in that race, and I thought, boy, the universe is everywhere. Look at that universal message that's going on. The only thing we need to do is cease doing whatever it is that's interfering with the natural flow of goodness in our life. Holy smokes, that's Ernest Holmes. I'm going to close with this. My dear friend and mentor, Dr. Sue Rubin, posted something on Facebook. This past week was the 24th year anniversary of 9/11. And she was saying, in the midst of horror and death and devastation, a collective group of people and as a nation, came together in grief-stricken solidarity and showed up for each other however and wherever they could be of help to each other. She went on to say, today I worry and we don't talk and discuss our differences any longer. These days we belittle, withdraw, retaliate, despise, threaten, we even shoot. Is this who we've become? Is this the world we want to live in? And I thought long and hard about that all week. And I thought, am I contributing to that? Yeah, maybe. If I'm being divisive about somebody, if I'm being negative about somebody, if I'm making judgments about somebody. And she quoted a prayer from the Science of Mind magazine from a long time ago by a woman named Mary Davis. I'm going to paraphrase it, but it said, the headlines these days remind us to take our spiritual practice more seriously. And when we do, we ultimately discover that the way out of the negativity is within. And it's about getting into that deep, still, small place within us that knows the answers to everything, that's going to give us guidance. It is the I am, the universal manifestation. From there, we get to ask ourselves, what is mine to do in the world to promote oneness and compassion and forgiveness and love? Am I ready to roll up my sleeves? That's why I rolled my sleeves up this morning, to my best expression as a divine, creative intelligence working with God. Last week, Lainey did a visioning and took us on a journey. And she quoted Michael Beckwith and said, some of the questions we asked were, what is Spirit's highest vision for me? What must I become in order to outlive that vision? What must I release? And what is my next step? Knowing that healing happens anywhere, whenever it happens anywhere, it happens everywhere. So the idea is, ask yourself this week, what's mine to do? How can I love more and be more compassionate and more forgiving? How can I put aside my differences with folks? And how can I absolutely embrace our oneness and promote it in our lives? And what that is it's looking for the silver lining. And so it is. Okay, thank you. Oh, and now this next song is a song I've sung at many, many retreats. It's a meditative song, but it's so true. It's just so true. So I thank Cecilia I foisted these songs upon her, and she's done miraculous. So here we go. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Be careful what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I love that song. It's so true, isn't it? Our thoughts are prayers. Okay, we're going to have our offertory affirmation, and that's on the left side of your page. Please share with me as we read. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, bless, and prosper all who give and all who receive. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so we're going to have our song now. And as we do, let's think about it as we are knowing our grand abundance, ever growing and ever flowing. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so thankful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so thankful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so thankful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so thankful. I am so blessed. And so in this moment, let's know right here and now, as I breathe in, aware of the divine consciousness that I share with this one power, my source, that creative intelligence that I call God, knowing that the support of the universe is always with me, always creating, as I am a co-creator with it. I know this truth, that in everything that I desire, the universe desires more for me, that and even greater. And so I am open and receptive to know my truth, to know the goodness of life, the success of life, the abundance of all life, in friendships, in creativity, in finances, in money, in joy, in great health, and a wonderful sense of oneness that I feel with all life. I keep my mind clear of anything that might stop or block that divine joy and sense of unison I feel. I feel the effervescent oneness with life. I love life and life loves me, and it is the truth of who I am. And so I go up this day, I know that my way is made clear before me. Everything that I need is opened up before me, brought to me. I am in the flow of life. The goodness of life is mine now and always. And so I breathe in and I relax into this truth. I let go of the defensiveness, of the worry, of the fear, of the trepidation. I let go of anything that is unlike the truth of my being, that God is and I am, creating this magnificent, joyous, love-filled, successful life. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for this divine realization, for this absolute truth, for this complete manifestation of all good things in my life. I know that as I release this prayer into the law of mind, it is done. There is nothing I need to do other than know the truth. And that truth is that God is and I am. And I say, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. And together we affirm, and so it is. Yay, God. Now we have our peace song. Hello, honey. Let there be peace on earth, and it has begun with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Peace has begun with me, so this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, now it has begun with me. Yay! Prayer circle in the front.